I've always, at least since I was, on the main roster, when I got to see Roman every night perform every single night, he was he was the standard bearer for me because I would watch his matches and he would never take a night off. Uh, these are these house shows. I'm not just talking about TV. I'm talking about house shows. He would never take a night off.
Right.
He would go 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and he wouldn't finish until he got the fans. And he was bumping his ass off and making the most out of everything. And so, I worked with a lot of guys then who were disparaged because they were stuck in a certain position on the card. And I never wanted to be that. And so they would just phone it in and they'd have the same match every single week with the minimal bumps.
They gave up.
Yes. And I never wanted that. I remember we had a match where we tore the house down, me and Dan. I can't even remember who we were working with, but we tore the house down. And one of the veteran wrestlers came to us and he said, "You guys need to be careful with what you're doing out there because you don't want to get any of the main event guys mad at you." And I said, "Well, why would they be mad at us?" And he said, "Well, because you're working so hard that they're going to have to follow that and they're not going to be happy with that." And I'm thinking to myself, is that real? Like, and me, I'm not going to do a 450 in the opening minute. I'm not going to do a 450 period, but I'm not going to do a 450 in the opening minute of the match and just have a car crash match. I'm going to have a logical match where I'm just going to work my balls off.
And how do you dial that back? Like,
yes,
it's weird, right?
Same thing with Cash. We're going to work so hard because we wanted to make it, dude. I wanted Vince to be a fan of ours. I wanted him to love us as performers so we could move up, so I could make more money, so I could feed my family, but also because of the legacy that I wanted to leave on wrestling, right? So anyway, this veteran performer came to us and said that. And so Cash and I sat back and I was like, that, it really made me mad that was, if that was a thing, it made me mad. And also it made me mad that he kind of told us that. So I told Cash, "Look, I've got to go ask Roman." And I wanted to ask Roman and Seth. They were the two top guys when I was there, and they were the two top guys in the main events every night. I said, "I'm going to ask them if there was a problem with how we performed tonight." So I went to them and I said, "Hey, so-and-so just talked to me and Cash and said that we shouldn't work as hard as we did tonight many times in the future because guys in your position will get mad at us. Are you?" And Roman and Seth, the guys that watched every match in the front of the monitor, they would watch every single match. And so I said, "Is it going to piss you off that I'm working this hard, that we're working this hard?" And both said, and I went to them separately. Me and Cash went to both of them separately. And they both said, "Absolutely not. Why would we get mad at you? Why would we be upset with you for working hard? Because all you're trying to do is make the product better. So next time we come to this town, more people will come." And they said, "We would absolutely," both of them said they would absolutely never be upset with me for working hard.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I gained such a measure of respect for these guys. Because Seth, another guy just like Roman, who every single night he worked so hard because he wanted to be the guy. Roman was positioned as the guy, but Roman wanted to keep that position. And Seth wanted to be neck and neck, like I told you, with me and us and the Young Bucks. Seth wanted to be 1A and 1B with him. Right. And so they both worked so hard. So if I'm watching the main event guys work that hard, how am I not going to at least work that hard? I want to work a little harder than that, but how can I not work at least that hard? So I've been a huge fan of Roman's for years and years and years.